The polls are now closed across the state, and we are tracking all of the results. Welcome in to our special runoff election night coverage right here on 11 Alive Plus. I'm Zach Merchant.
And I'm Faith Jesse, and voting across the state and here in Atlanta is now closed. We do have a team of reporters across Metro Atlanta as well as panelists here at 11 Alive ready to bring you the latest results as they come in.
First, though, let's get you up to speed with the races we are following right now. There are 4 runoff elections for mayor tonight across Metro Atlanta. Those are in East Point, Roswell, Sandy Springs, and South Fulton. We're also keeping our eye on State House District 106 that represents part of Gwinnett County.
And let's meet our panel for the next hour. If you watch the Georgia vote, you know our panelists. The first up, Fal Sabak, the Senior Managing Director at Denton's and the former Executive Director of the Georgia House Democratic Caucus. Also joining us, returning panelist Spiro Amburn, the Senior Vice President of McGuire Woods Consulting. He has previously served as Chief of Staff for Republican House Speakers John Burns and David Ralston. Welcome, both of you, back to panel. So good to be with you here, and thank you to everyone who is joining us for our stream. We want to kick things off with your thoughts about what you all are watching. Fal, let's start with you.
Yeah, so I'm watching really the mayor's races and the all across the metro area. I'm really interested in seeing how the Democrats had a pretty successful night in November. I want to see if the momentum keeps up for this election night.
Yeah,
Spiro?
Yeah, similar. I'm particularly interested in the the turnout numbers that perhaps would measure the voter enthusiasm in these areas, and particularly when you look at Sandy Springs, for example, is one I'm watching. Rusty Paul, the kind of the longtime tenured mayor in a runoff there, and then the couple of city council seats in the city of Atlanta. Kind of interested in the turnout and kind of seeing where those votes are coming from and seeing if there might be some trends we can kind of look into the future and see what's going to happen in maybe some of these state legislative races.
Turnout is always the name of the game, whether it's a presidential election or a municipal race. We have a moment here. I want to ask you guys, how difficult is it when you're advising a campaign, when you're strategizing, to keep the enthusiasm and momentum up for your potential voters who just came out, cast a ballot in the general election, and now you got to re-up it all and say, hey, come back out, cast another ballot for my guy, for my gal.
And it's cold and it's raining.
And it's, right, and it's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving break and all that stuff. So
what I'm hearing is there's some challenges.
Yeah, there are some challenges, but I think that's part of the campaign work, right? Is trying to overcome those challenges. We're kind of we're being bombarded by news 24/7. People are kind of tuned in 24/7. So I think that kind of helps the momentum, but it is definitely a little challenging.
Yeah, Spiro, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, runoffs are always going to have a lower turnout, no matter what the situation. So it truly is, awareness, educating people by any means possible. And literally getting your friends and neighbors and those who you know most out to the polls.
And back to what you were saying at first, I mean, depending on the numbers, that can be a gauge on enthusiasm. If you have higher numbers than usual in these municipal races, that's a good sign that people are interested.